Hi everyone, my name is Hannah and I am a nutrition educator with Cornell Cooperative Extension of Jefferson County. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a recipe for some carrot oatmeal pancakes. So these pancakes taste like a breakfast version of carrot cake, which I think is super delicious, fun, and exciting. But they have a lot of whole grains from the oatmeals that's going to provide fiber to help keep you full. The carrots provide vitamin A and some other vitamins and minerals, as well as some sweetness. There's also an egg in this, so you're going to get a little bit of protein as well. And this is a breakfast that comes together really quickly, but fuels your day, so you will be ready to take on whatever is coming at you. This is really fun to top with some banana slices or applesauce or even some yogurt to really give you some extra flavor and some fun different variations every time you make it. Let's go ahead and get started. First, gather all your ingredients. For this recipe, I am using old-fashioned oats. However, you could use quick cooking oats as well. So I've got my half cup added to a large bowl. I'm going to go ahead and pour my milk on top of it. So we're going to let this soak for a little bit while we prepare the rest of the ingredients. We just want to make sure that the oats get nice and soft and we don't have kind of like hard, crunchy pancakes. And this will take just a few minutes. We'll be able to tell by looking at them when they're plumped up. Great, while those are soaking, I'm going to grate my carrots for going into the pancakes. Just to make them a little bit easier to grate, I'm going to take off the tips. Then I'm going to use this size grater. If you don't want as big of a chunk and you have kind of other options, go ahead and do smaller amounts. That's probably good. I just want about a cup. So then you have a little bit of carrot left over that you can snack on. Now let's go ahead and check on our oats. It really doesn't take too long. Alright. Yeah, they're feeling a little bit softer, a little bit mushier. I can see the color as the milk has kind of turned. It looks a little bit more of a light brown now, as the oats kind of get all sucked together. So now I'm going to add in my egg. I've shared this tip before in other videos, but I find it's easier to crack it on a flat surface rather than on the edge of a bowl. If you crack it on the edge of the bowl, it can fracture the eggshell a little bit more, which increases the likelihood that you're going to get eggshells into your batter. Nice good whap. And let me wash my hands real quick. I did get some egg on them. Next, I'm going to add in my 1 tablespoon of oil. I'm going to be using a canola oil. You could use vegetable oil as well. You just want to make sure it's neutral tasting. You don't want one like olive oil or even peanut oil that has a really strong flavor. Then I'm going to add in my vanilla extract. This is optional. I think it adds a nice bit of flavor to it, and this is a little bit delicious. So I'm going to add 1 teaspoon. Go ahead and mix this well together with my fork, making sure my egg is incorporated. Till it looks like this. Now I'll stir in all the carrot that I grated. Once it's all mixed together and my carrots are well incorporated, I will add in the rest of my dry ingredients. Half cup of flour, half a tablespoon of sugar, half a teaspoon of cinnamon. You could also add, if you have pumpkin pie spice or nutmeg, you could add those in now as well. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to measure this not over my bowl because I don't want any extra pieces getting it too salty. Alright, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Oops. Almost out of it, so I'm just going to use the same measuring spoon. I think I've only got 1 teaspoon left. So making sure that we're doing 1 teaspoon of baking powder and not getting baking powder and baking soda confused, because that's definitely happened to me before. And it just kind of tastes off. Right, and then 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Go ahead and mix all of this together now. So this is the texture, the consistency that we're looking for. If it seems too thick, you can add a little bit more milk. Just a little bit, maybe a teaspoon at a time. Just to get it to loosen up and to kind of be this texture. I used whole wheat flour instead of all-purpose flour. You could use whatever you have on hand. The whole wheat flour might make it a little bit thicker, depending on the brand. Now that we have our batter, we'll go ahead and start actually cooking our pancakes. I'm heating my skillet over medium-high heat. You can see I also put just a little bit of oil in there. If you have a non-stick spray, that would work great as well. But I don't want my pancakes to be oily, so I'm just going to wipe it around the pan and absorb up any extras. Perfect. So I can tell by doing that that this is pretty hot. So I'm gonna go ahead and start making my pancakes. So you want them to be about a 1/4 cup measure. If you're doing this on an electric skillet, you would like it to be about 350 degrees. I'm gonna see if I can do maybe 2 at a time. And we're just gonna let them cook until we start seeing the edges harden. Maybe this one stops creeping towards each other. It's a good sign. And then we'll go ahead and flip. Our pancakes are looking pretty puffy now, and they're also looking pretty dry around the edges. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to flip them, and we'll see if it's ready. There we go. Yeah, those look great. These pancakes will be a little bit darker than your normal pancakes just because the batter already is a little bit darker from the addition of the cinnamon and the oats and the whole wheat flour. So it's great. We'll just let this cook for a couple minutes. Okay, and let's go ahead and check these out. Yep. I think those look pretty darn good. And then just repeat.